crystal clear. Who would have known terror drawing near? Flying toward the towers, planes with men from the east brought destruction to our land and abruptly killed our peace. Some say it was our fault because the least in the world was wrong. Some say that the CIA knew of it all along. But here's the truth of it. The hunter knocked down our door. You can read your history, how great nations have fallen before. On 9/11, nearly 3,000 souls lost their lives. Smoke in the eyes, well, it covered up the New York street and sky. Yeah, the day was surreal, such a horrific scene. Don't forget how the ties were blown to smithereens. Don't forget 9/11 and remember what your freedom means. So hard to learn from the past. Again, you tear down the foundation on which this nation stands. Don't you know her virtue is in your hands? On 9/11, nearly 3,000 souls lost their lives. On a hijacked plane, some of our brave men, they fought back and died. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, on Flight 93, let's roll with some time beamer screen. They crashed near Shakespeare, what a horrific scene. Don't forget 9/11 and remember what your freedom means. Don't forget 9/11 and remember what your freedom means. Don't forget 9/11 and remember what your freedom means.
What are you with?
We're actually independents. This will probably go to somebody.
What do you mean independent?
Well, you know, we're footage gathering.
I think I said too much at the other place.
No, I'd just like to know what you saw.
We were all standing at 23rd Street. There were hundreds of us, and we were watching the second building, and it was just burning and burning and burning really quick. And then all of a sudden, it just went like those little Matchbox toys when you're a little kid. It just went, and the smoke went up at least as high as the tower that's up now. And look at that, the fire. If they don't stop that, the same thing's going to happen with that.
I don't see anybody fighting it.
How's going to fight it? The other one, I'm sure if there was anybody near the ground when it was like an atomic bomb that hit.
It was.
And it must have went at least 10 or 15 blocks.
Yeah, it's awful.
Thank you.
You're on. I'm gonna miss that tower, right? Sorry,
you want my name?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We were standing all the way down, I guess, on Church Street, by Church and Franklin, roughly. And we came out of the subway. We saw the building on fire. Someone told us a plane flew into it, and we didn't think anything of it.
So
we just thought it was an accident.
And then we heard a loud boom, and that was the second plane hitting, and we saw the fireball. And then we had stuff to do, and we did it, and then we were walking back, and we were just watching. Because you can't not watch it. And then it just...
To run? Where were you?
We weren't that close, but we were pretty close.
We were maybe 20 blocks from it.
And
then
we
all
just
of a sudden,
saw it crumble.
And it just all of a sudden we heard like a crack, and then the building just slid off diagonally.
No.
No, but you could hear it. I thought I felt it in my chest, but I'm not sure if that was just my heart near popping or what. It was.
And we saw someone who worked in the second building but was late for work, so she wasn't there, and so we were trying to console her.
She worked in the second building, like on the 92nd floor, and it looked like it cracked at the 92nd floor.
And that's it.
You're welcome.
It might be in the newspaper too, man.
Where were you when it happened?
Right there, I was there. Cause I go to...
Stand right in front of me. Tell me your name.
Charlie White.
Okay, go ahead, Charlie.
One second. It's blinking, man.
We're rolling. Everything's fine. I got control.
Yes, my name is Charlie White. I was just started a new school, and I was coming out the train station. I got lost. So I was walking by the building, and all I saw was a small mini plane just charging to the building, and then all you saw was smoke. And everybody started running and all that. Then the second time, it was just, I didn't see it, but I heard it.
Oh my God, he went down.
I told you I was gonna go down. Didn't believe me. Bye.
You that quick?
Gonna go down. I told everybody, move away, it's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Told everybody it was gonna go down.
Did you get that quick?
I was right.
What happened? What happened? Look at what happened. There's no buildings.
I can see through the gate that the building is still standing.
Yeah.
It's just the top. So right there, we can see it's still standing.
Well, we don't have no more Twin Towers, and I don't think we're going to have any more ever. That's it. They were really beautiful, man. Those people.
Tell us what you saw.
I was coming across from the train in Hoboken.
Oh, wait a minute. The rest of the building man just gone. I don't know.
Oh, it's still there.
No, it's still there at some point.
What did you say? I'm sorry?
So I saw people coming out of the World Financial Center saying, "Oh my God," right about the time that the plane hit. So I went around the other side and went over by the American Stock Exchange, and you can see the fire from there, and it was horrific. There was their body parts strewn out that way. It was not nice. It was not nice.
And how close were you to it?
I was right there in World Financial Center, within 400 feet.
Do you work there?
No, I work over 140 Broadway. So I scampered out of that area.
That's a mess down there right now, I assume, right? From what you can see?
For what I could see, it's a mess down there. Yeah, the response looked very good, but it's difficult, very difficult.
All right, so you saw the whole plane go through it on the first one, right?
Yes.
And it cut all the way through?
Yes. All the way through.
Describe it for me real quick.
The plane, it came from right, and then it wiggled and it went frontwards and it just charged into the building. And then it cut, and you could see it cut around, and then the fire must have melted it as of it to melt, and it just came down. I told y'all in a minus of minutes that I knew it was gonna come down. It came down.
I don't see it anymore. It's really a major thing. The money. Belongs to us, right?
I'm getting pulled, watch it.
What are you getting there?
Well, I'm trying to get a glimpse of the building.
It's gone. It's gone. Great. I don't see a little bit of it.
Do you? Both of them?
All the way down.
Did you see
well, there's probably some.
Tell me, get your microphone.
First one went pretty fast. The second one, you could see it kept burning down, 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 and then all of a sudden, when it got down, probably about half of it, there was an explosion, and it just caved right in on the whole thing.
How close were you?
I'm right here, this distance away from it.
So you're, because I saw the second one standing after the first
Yes.
came down, but you think the whole thing went down?
Both of them went.
The second one I seen.
Yeah, I see the second
It
one.
went right into the World Trade Center, and it looked like Godzilla in the movies. The whole thing was in flame. So you knew the foundation was weak and had to come down. Where was the protection in the airports?
It's very hard to control.
Okay.
Name is Nelson Pena. I work in Solomon Smith Barney, 388 Greenwich, which is literally 5 blocks away from the Twin Towers. Around 8:55, we're sitting in our cubicle doing work as usual. All of a sudden you hear a loud explosion, and you're kind of like, what the fuck? What is this? And then you look out the window, it's just one big ball of flame. And at first we thought it was a bomb. Then we heard stories that it was a plane. So then everybody's just kind of standing there around like 9:10, 9:15, 10 minutes later, another plane just comes down, and you see it just come, I guess from the south side, just come down. All of a sudden, like 10 feet away, just spirals down right into the middle, and everybody's in shock. And then that's when our building was evacuated. And, you know, eventually just walking home, you see both towers. One tower collapsed first, and then the second one collapsed, and everybody's just hysterical crying, and that's about it. It's unbelievable.
Did you see it? Did you tell me?
Oh, and I saw actually one man jump from, you just saw like, you know, white.
While you're watching.
Yeah, while you're watching
From the
somebody
building.
just jump from the building. I guess there was so much pain and agony, and it's pretty sad. You're kind of lucky to be alive, and thank God. And
Did you see?
Because I was walking down 7th Avenue, saw the one tower go down in about 2 seconds, and it was just horrible, disgusting. I'm in shock.
Oh, yeah, you
yeah,
too?
we saw from our window.
Right, so do we.
Where do you work? What floor?
29th.
So do I.
Really?
I work Latin America Research.
Okay, well, yeah, we're over in the service center.
Okay, yeah.
PMG.
Yeah. You walked home.
What'd you say? What's your name? What'd you say?
My name is Mark Grancho. I was working over at 388 Greenwich Street. Like a little before 9 o'clock in the morning, we heard this big, you know, boom sort of, and no one, you know, we were on the other side of the building, not the side where the World Trade Center was, and people came rushing over and said, you know, there was a plane that had crashed into the building, and we went over there, and there was just a big crowd of people watching it, and at that point, we just thought it was an accident, and, you know, about 20 minutes later, we saw the second plane just come barrel into the other tower. And you know, we were just looking at. I mean, people were looking. I mean, we were in. I mean, obviously, everyone was in shock. I mean, at that point, it seemed like it was an accident. I mean, obviously, we could see people that were in the building, like waving and things like that. But at that point, we thought it was like an accident. And then, you know, once that happened, everyone there just started barreling out of the building. I mean, obviously it was, you know, it was an emergency situation. It definitely wasn't an accident anymore. And it was just...
What was it like down below when you left?
I mean, it was outside our building. There was just a lot of people standing around, but obviously coming from the World Trade Center, it was just like chaos. You saw people just pouring down the street, and obviously a lot of sirens and ambulances going the other direction. And there was just, you know, just a lot of standing. I mean, we weren't so close that I don't think anyone thought they were in immediate danger, so there was just a lot of people observing, crying, just in shock, I would say.
That's sweet.
Tell me your name.
My name is Francesca.
Francesca, and you were on the Staten Island ferry?
Yeah. This morning, but I left at about 20 to 7. So you have this guy there, and he started have a little small suitcase. He started screaming, "The Pakistan now, 300 people die," and he started talking like insane. And everybody look at him like, you know.
And this was on the ferry at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Maybe 10 to 7 or something like that.
2 hours before this happened.
Yeah.
What kind of a guy was that?
He was a guy, short guy, and everybody look at him. A lot of people saw him.
From what nationality?
Did security?
Nobody go near to him. Then they go outside.
Pakistan bomb.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
Did you see him?
I see him. I don't know.
What type of nationality was he?
I don't know. I don't know what nation.
No?
I don't know if it was a Pakistan. I might say started talking loud. Everybody here and everybody go crazy. Say, what's the matter? All in the morning. He say, Pakistan. Now a lot of people are out to die. 300 people. And they started screaming.
300?
Yeah.
How about 5,000?
Yeah, that's
Thank
something.
you very much.
Right.
Hold on. Let's take it from the top, okay?
You're interviewing me?
Well, I just want to get what you said. All right, so just tell me what's your name and what you saw from the beginning. Okay?
My name is Kate, and I work...
Kate what?
Kate Gonen. It's my nickname. My real name is Vered, and I'm Israeli. And I work in a computer company. And I got out of the subway this morning at 5 to 9. And I was late, and people were screaming and yelling, bomb, bomb, and they didn't let us out of the subway. So when people were rushing towards one exit, because there's one exit underneath the building and one on the side. And we went from the exit on the side, I don't remember the street's name right now, and you couldn't move. And then when you saw blue light, which is the sky, and then people were screaming and yelling. And there was one building, fire coming out of it. People said people were jumping from the windows. And
How high up were they jumping out?
I didn't see anything. That's what I was hearing. It was on the top floors. There were glass falling and a lot of stuff falling, and it was just I was walking and people were standing trying to talk on the cell phone, crying, and then somebody said the buildings are gonna fall, and somebody just grabbed me and we start running 2 blocks up, but I had to get to a safe building, and I was trying. And I was crying, and people were yelling, and I got to the building, and then in the elevator was a second explosion, which was the second crash. And then when I got to my office and I saw from the window, I saw the other building blew up, and there was stuff falling from it, maybe windows or glass. And we're talking on the phone, trying to get everybody to know where they are. And then we talked on the phone. We stayed in the building for maybe half an hour, when I saw the other building collapse, and it was just horrific. It was magnificent and horrible, and it was just so bad, and it just fell, and they started evacuating us, and we couldn't get out of the building because there was so much smoke.
You get an interview with the towers behind you.
No,
Look at that's what it used to be.
I used to work right there. Yesterday I went to lunch there. I was supposed to meet my friend there for lunch today, and it was just that it just fell, and we ran down the stairs, and I couldn't walk.
How close were you to the building?
I was a block away, a half.
Wasn't that dangerous though? I mean,
it was very dangerous, but they told us to stay inside the building because they didn't know what was happening. And then we got the news about the Pentagon being bombed, and we didn't know what's happening. And I talked to my family, and they told me stay inside the building, but I couldn't. I had to get out. And then when the other building, I started on the phone, and it's just I mean, I was talking on the phone when it fell. It just fell like. Okay.
Okay, people. Thousands, right? Thousands? Well, you're from Israel.
Yes, I am.
Anything that happened is small compared to this heat. This is like the biggest thing that ever happened.
This is the biggest thing ever happened. I mean, bombs and it's scary and
it's that guy Ben Laden.
There's no way. Oh my God, I have to leave. Is there a way out?
The city? You gotta wait to the night.
People were just burned and walking with smoke on them and there's no reception and you can't call anyone.